How y'all doing, family? This is Chris Rod with Media TV, and I'm gonna be coming to you with this news, family. Coming to you from South China Morning Post, and y'all see old Krusty 45 and the China president, and it says diplomacy. It says China concessions to U.S. would be grave error in any trade deal. And family, what I want y'all to understand and realize, uh, Trump, he got himself into something that he'll never be able to get out of. He got himself into something that he'll never be able to get out of. The U.S. will never bounce back from this trade war, family. They'll never bounce back from this trade war. Because what China is saying, just check it out. It says Beijing urged to continue the trade war struggle until victory achieved. Family, let me read this shit again. It says Beijing urged to continue the trade war until victory achieved. So you know what that means? These people will continue this trade war, and then why would you try to fight with somebody that has 80 to 90% of the motherfucking manufacturing jobs that's in China? And we get damn near most of our shit, 80% of most of the goods, all kind of shit. Sports watches, TV shoes, clothes, certain type of meat products. Just a lot of shit, just in general. And you gonna fight with the same people, try to fight with the same people, and have a trade war. That these people, if they really want to really cut the U.S. off, they're calling that fucking debt that the U.S. owe. The U.S. owed China trillions of dollars. And if they really wanted to really amp it up, they could say we're not sending no more goods at all. We're not gonna send no more goods. And that'll leave all the fucking shelves empty. And when the shelves are empty, you know what that means. You know what that means. A lot of people not gonna be able to eat. A lot of people not gonna be able to use things that they need for at the house, for home, personal use. Just a lot of different things. You feel what I'm saying? Different businesses, companies, and stuff like that. Most of their products that they use to sell their merchandise and stuff like that comes from China. So if they say, "Oh, we're gonna completely cut off the U.S. and we're gonna make sure that we win this trade war," the U.S. is gonna go under, family. And it says, "Don't be weak in the face of bullying behavior," Communist Party mouthpiece says. So, like I said, family, you already have 5 to 6 states that's already in a recession right now. And September 1st was already here Sunday, yesterday, and a lot of shit about to go up. And then they're gonna have another they're gonna slap another tariffs on October 1st. And more shit gonna continue to go up. So everybody have to brace for this impact, family. It says Chinese state media and government advisors have said Beijing is in no rush for a trade deal. Understand what they just said, family. They're in no rush for a trade deal. Instead, warning that any concessions made to the United States will be a grave error. Commentary: in the Communist Party mouthpiece People's Daily on Monday said Beijing needed to stand up to the U.S. and not give in to the pressure. And that's what they're doing. They standing up and they ain't giving into the pressure at all. If China appears weak and give concessions under hegemony, it will have committed a subversive historical error, said the commentary, attributed to Renmin University International Relations Professor Jin Kengrong and Sun Zaiji, a researcher at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. And he's right. He can't give in to the pressure. You can't get into the pressure. You're on a world stage. Another country is challenging you, telling, hey, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. You feel what I'm saying? And you can't show weakness if you're a president. Can't show no weakness. In no formal way. Facing extreme pressure and bullying behavior, being weak and taking a step back will not get sympathy. We can only protect the core interests of the nation and the people of upholding rational and favorable struggle at the right pace. It says the commentary urged China to abandon a mindset which glorified and feared the U.S. described as leading to thinking it would be defeated because of the huge gap in strength between the two countries, and instead be determined to continue the struggle until victory was achieved. So these people already letting you know they're not going to stop until it's achieved. And you already know about the fentanyl. They're going to keep letting that shit come into the U.S. They're going to keep sending that shit over here. People still dropping dead like flies. A new round of punitive tariffs imposed by the U.S. and China took effect on Sunday in the latest escalation of their 14-month trade war. Clothing, food, household goods, Bluetooth earbuds, and televisions are among the everyday items which have been hit with a new 15% U.S. tariffs on U.S. $110 billion worth of Chinese products. A second round of tariffs is due to take effect on December 15th, encompassing virtually all Chinese goods which have yet to be affected. I'm gonna play this video right quick. Hold up.
Citing Hanoi's emergence as the big winner so far in the US-China trade war. As the US Treasury Department begins to watch closely to what the country is up to, here are 5 ways how the booming Southeast Asian economy could become Washington's next target. Firstly, not all goods leaving Vietnam are made in Vietnam. The Customs Department has caught Chinese products being sent to Vietnamese ports, then exported to the US with a Made in Vietnam label. This is a case of Chinese goods being simply diverted to dodge US tariffs. At the same time, there is a boom in genuine Vietnamese exports to the US because manufacturers are leaving China to avoid the trade war. It is estimated that this has boosted Vietnam's economy by 8%. If you produce in Vietnam, you don't pay Trump's trade war tariffs. But what you do get is access to a young, growing workforce with a population of almost 100 million. China is no longer the low-cost production hub it once was, and a combination of higher salaries and increasing regulations has convinced many companies to head to Vietnam. The north part of the country shares a border with China, so it's viewed as a logical destination for this manufacturing exodus. Vietnam's economy is growing faster than it has for a decade and has attracted big global brands like Samsung, Intel, Uniqlo, and Adidas. It has been reported that even Nintendo will build the next edition of its Switch video game console in Vietnam, while Apple partner Foxconn is rumored to be exploring new locations for iPhone manufacturing in the country. Many of these goods are going to the United States, where they are often replacing Chinese exports. During the first half of the year, US imports from Vietnam were up by more than 30%. China's grew by just 12%. These goods range from electrical appliances and computer to furniture and footwear. In Hanoi, a factory which once made uniforms for the US Armed Forces during the Vietnam War is now making the official gear for the US Olympic team at the upcoming Tokyo Games. Vietnam's success has not gone unnoticed in Washington. Donald Trump has threatened to put tariffs on the country, while his trade representative Robert Lighthizer has demanded that Vietnam reduce its trade surplus. If Trump follows through with his tariff threat, economists say Hanoi will respond rapidly and do whatever it takes to remove them, in sharp contrast to the relentless rounds of trade talks between Washington and Beijing.
Hey, y'all got it, family. But like I said, this shit ain't gonna end easy. It ain't gonna end easy at all. It ain't gonna end easy at all. But family, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, because the man, old Krusty 45, talking about he the master of making deals and shit like that. Fuck out of here. He ain't making no kind of fucking deals. If anything, the U.S. falling even faster than what it was. And the recession is right around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's waving at us, family. It's waving at us. And it's about to hit the front door. It's knocking on the front door real hard, about to bust through that motherfucker. But family, y'all let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I'll be back with another one.